You've heard us talk about generations here on Coffee with America, and you have your baby boomers, your millennials, your Gen Xers, but we can't forget about Generation Z.
That's right. They're the largest segment of our society, and they're certainly the most plugged in generation because they're the first to grow up with internet technology right at their fingertips.
So the question now is, how can parents continue to put their Gen Z students in a position to succeed? To help us answer that, we're joined by best-selling author and generational expert David Stillman and a member of Gen Z, David's 16-year-old son, Jonah, to enlighten us. Hi, and welcome to Coffee with America.
Good morning, Sasha and Ebony.
Thank you guys for having us.
So David, what is Generation Z and why is it so important to understand them now?
Absolutely. So Generation Z is a generation that came after the millennials, born 1995 to 2012. And it's so important because every single day in the media we hear about the millennials, very important, but I think too often we assume someone under 30 is a millennial, yet we've got a whole new generation coming, Generation Z. And you're talking about going back to school. Well, the entire student body going back to school is a different generation. These are Gen Zers. And this is a generation, as we know, truly digital natives, growing up with technology everywhere. Where the millennials were our pioneers, this generation are the digital natives.
How can we adapt study techniques to fit their lifestyle and learning style?
Well, it's a great question, and what we find is that, yes, they learn with technology, but the mistake to make is to assume it's only going to be technology. I watch Jonah and his friends studying, and they'll be on their laptop or their e-reader, but then they'll take notes in a notebook, or they'll grab a Post-it super sticky note and put it on the side of the laptop. And what we find is it needs to be a combination of both. The brand did a study, and they found that 85% of Gen Z students feel they're going to learn best if it's a combination with digital and non-digital tools.
What else should we know about Gen Z and how can we embrace it to enhance their study habits?
So absolutely, I can kind of second what my dad said in the sense that even in this digital world, students all around the world, while we have our e-readers and our iPads, are still taking out a piece of paper and a pen and taking some handwritten notes. And that continues. As I go home and I'm studying for my textbook, I'll flag some key information that I know I'm going to need to know later when I'm studying. And I think a lot of my Gen Z peers think the same way, that it is important to sometimes unplug from that digital world and do take some handwritten notes.
It's interesting because 93% of Gen Zs use handwritten notes to learn best. Again, the mistake to make is everything's going to be digital. The key is to focus on a combination of the two. And as parents, I think we can embrace both of them.
Where can our viewers go for more information?
If you want more information, you can go to postit.com/study.
Author and generational expert David Stillman and his son Jonah, thank you so much for enlightening us and for being here on Coffee with America.
Thank you so much for having us.